Welcome to the Science Behind the Bible podcast, where we dive into the science behind the Bible to prove how science and the Bible go hand in hand. With summer just around the corner, you may or may not have heard of the story of a man in Cape Cod who was swallowed by a whale just about over a year ago. According to the Cape Cod Times, a lobster diver named Michael had just entered the water for his second dive of the day when he was swallowed by a whale. He describes the incident as all of a sudden, I felt this huge shove, and the next thing I knew, it was completely black. Now, does this story sound familiar to you? That's because the story has biblical ties. This story seems almost identical to the story of Jonah and the whale from the Bible. Michael was not the first person to be swallowed by a whale. As in the story, a man named Jonah was swallowed by a huge fish, presumably to be a whale. But unlike Michael, Jonah was not fishing for lobsters. He was thrown overboard by sailors on a ship. They took Jonah and threw him overboard. Jonah chapter 1 verse 15. Once he was thrown overboard, then God had assigned a huge fish to swallow Jonah. Jonah chapter 1 verse 17. Similar to Michael's experience of being swallowed. While in the whale, Michael had pondered, saying, I thought to myself, there's no way I'm getting out of here. I'm done. I'm dead. All I could think of was my boys. They're 12 and 15 years old, he had said. This is similar to what Jonah had done when he was inside the whale. Then Jonah prayed to God from the belly of the fish. Jonah chapter 2 verse 1. According to the Bible, Jonah was in the belly of the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Jonah chapter 1 verse 17. While Michael had estimated that he was inside the whale for about 30 to 40 seconds. After 3 days and 3 nights that Jonah was inside the fish, then God spoke to the fish and it vomited up Jonah on the seashore. Jonah chapter 2 verse 10. And after 30 to 40 seconds, Michael says that I saw light, and he started throwing his head side to side, and the next thing I knew, I was outside, in the water. This movement to me sounds a lot like the fish that had vomited Jonah out of its stomach. But is it really true that a human can fit inside a whale's mouth? According to scientists, they say that a human most definitely could fit inside a whale's mouth. According to Google, the size of a humpback whale's mouth can reach up to 10 feet. So a whale could definitely fit a human inside there. So this implies that the story in the Bible is in fact real, as we have seen that it could happen. But I encourage you to read the story of Jonah as well as the article from the Cape Cod Times. The resemblance is uncanny. I will link both in the description of this episode. Have a blessed day.